Welcome to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-hosts, Jen Isgro and Tom Kokoza. Jen, how are you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I'm doing great. Christmas has come and gone. We're in that week of nothingness in between, where it's just like random days going by. But I am excited to be back here recording live and going over everything that's happened in 2023 for us.
Yeah, so we've got confirmation in chat that Richard Lewis's name is Richard Philip Lewis.
Joe, you were so wrong. I can't believe how wrong you were.
I guess I was wrong, but Wikipedia is not always right, so.
I looked it up somewhere else. It's the same as Board Richard Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, wow. All right, okay. Guess I was wrong. I'll
maybe
his on that one.
Parents changed their name.
Oh,
if you go back far enough, probably everybody's names are deeper. Right?
We need to dig deeper here.
Get the research team on this. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing really well, Joe. It was a wonderful Christmas here at the Kokoza household. And I've been off from work all week. And so that's made it a really nice week as well. I'm still wearing my Kokoza family Christmas shirt to try and keep the vacation holiday vibe going. This is unequivocally, including my birthday, my favorite time of year. So I'm doing really well. I'm very happy to be here tonight with the two of you.
Joe, before you move on, what's that behind you over your left shoulder?
Oh, this you mean?
Yeah.
This is my snack water calendar, Jen.
Oh, that's funny because I have one also right here. My husband won't let me tape it to the foam, so I can't hang it directly behind me like I like. But anytime you guys want to see it, I can just move the camera slightly, and there it is.
I have to say,
the tape won't stick to the foam probably, so he's saving you.
That's the pure unadulterated heat coming from both of your. I know you got to be careful.
I might have to take my shirt off during the podcast because it's getting really hot in here.
It is. The other thing I say is that is the month of January 2024, and it's still December. So I appreciate you guys being so excited about your
Tom,
snack water calendars.
When this podcast drops, it will be January 2024. So I was going to say 2021 for some reason. Don't know why. But 2024.
That would be mind-blowing.
So I purposely put it up because when this is released, it will be 2024 and it will be January. So this will be appropriate.
Oh, that's very good.
And of course, January is our lovely Tom in his bedroom, I guess.
That's right, baby.
And that's all I'll say for those of you listening. I'm sure you can see pictures of the snack water calendar on Twitter. I know they were revealed on the What a Holiday live stream. But I don't know if you're going to want to watch 24 hours of live stream just to see the pictures. But if you do,
just watch ours.
Yeah, just what it's first one revealed.
True. Yeah. They revealed during ours, which was the second hour, I think. So
I think so.
So you don't have to watch too much.
I'm screwed up my camera now, guys.
Get me. I don't like to get everybody else should watch the whole thing.
Oh, well.
Fix your
so
angle.
Much space above my head.
So drop it down.
Sorry.
I'm trying, but
we'll
it's not
pause.
staying. It's fine. It's whatever. Fine.
Okay. Just sit on a
Now we see
pillow.
like Tom's arm. It's fine.
All right. So it is the end of the year right now, even though when we release this, it will be the new year. So we decided to do an annual year-end review of 2023. Oh my God. I just realized this is episode 223. So,
wow.
Whoa.
Episode 223, we will be doing our 2023 year-end review of our favorite things that happened in 2023. And
223.
There's no wrong answers for this one. So, but before we get into that, Jen, I think there was something you wanted to share.
There is. So our good friend Silvertooth sent me a hashtag hen news. Now, this is not Juliet Howland hen related, but I'm just going to talk about all hens now. And I thought this was a very important
Hashtag all
newsworthy
hens.
hashtag not all hens.
Only hens. Hashtag only hens.
Anyway, so the headline is Peanut, the world's oldest living chicken from Michigan, has died at age 21.
Wow.
That
Wow.
means that when I was 21 having my first drink, Peanut was being hatched into the world.
Wow.
Peanut, okay, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Instagram post. The world's oldest living chicken has died at the age of 21 after living a long and eventful life in Michigan. Peanut's owner announced on a blog post that Peanut had died in her sleep in the early hours of Monday, December 25th. Peanut lived on a Chelsea farm in Washtenaw County with Darwin, that's her owner, and her husband Bill. Darwin helped peel Peanut out of her shell more than 21 years ago, and the pair was bonded. So there you go, Peanut, 21 years. So that means that hopefully some of Juliet's hens might outlive this podcast. I really love to see it. I'd love to be coming back here when I'm 63. That took me a while. And reporting on one of her hens dying at age 21, because that would be a great feat. So something to.
What was the hen's name? I'm
to.
sorry.
Peanut.
Peanut. Okay. So
and she's from Michigan, which I believe is where Daniel Henney is from. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is where Daniel Henney is from.
So this is slightly Wheel of Time related.
Yeah.
There's only one person that I know of who's from America, right? And it's Daniel Henney. And he lives
Who's
in
from
Michigan,
America?
right? I mean, U.S.
On the show, you mean?
In the show. Yeah, she's talking about
not in the world.
Well,
Jessica
Boone is originally from America.
Yeah, Guy Roberts.
And so is
too.
Taylor Napier.
Oh, all right, forget it. Whatever. It's slightly tangential to the Wheel of Time.
Should we take a moment of silence for Peanut?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, we're not going to listen to the whole thing. Sorry.
It only gets slower.
It only goes on for another 50 seconds. Yeah, so let's get into our year-end review. So 2023 was, I don't know, I've already forgotten it. So, and it's not even over yet. But I know a bunch of cool things happened because we talked about it. We recorded a bunch of episodes about it. So I went back into my notes and kind of pulled some of the choice things. Tom and Jen and I, we all looked through them and decided that these are our 10 favorite things that happened this year regarding the Wheel of Time, the podcast, or whatever. They're in no particular order. I think they're kind of in chronological order, but they might jump around a bit. Yeah. So
I'm really disappointed in myself for not writing and these are a few of my favorite things parody.
Oh, here we go. You could do it afterwards. We
anyway.
Okay. Let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I have on the list is Lanfear Lives. So I forgot that this even happened this year at the very beginning of the year because I thought it was the end of 2022, but it wasn't. It was January of 2023. The Dusty Wheel did a live stream that was promised to reveal a 10-year-old secret from a memory of light. This was one of the secrets that Brandon had talked about back then, that he had to wait 10 years to release. We had the Nakomi release from Wheel of Time, Origins of the Wheel of Time, from Michael Livingston. This was the other one. Turns out that Lanfear lives and survives a memory of light.
Mm.
And Matt Hatch had been holding this in since for the whole 10 years, I think, right? It was shortly after the book came out that he found out. So this was unexpected, I will say. This was not what I thought the secret was going to be. Although I've had I don't know, the fact that Matt was so excited about it had me thinking it had something to do with Lanfear.
Yeah, I mean, I remember at the time, I really was not happy about it.
I remember that as well.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Book Lanfear is not my favorite. and I felt like there's nothing she does in the books to me earns that ending for her. But as it went on, and Brandon kind of talked out what he thought like may happen to her in the fourth age, her getting the realization that like that soul that ran, whatever, like truly does not love her and never did, like, and her having to live with that makes me feel that like there's some comeuppance for her, and I appreciated that. I thought it was really surprising to me. I really had no expectations as to what it would be, and I was not expecting that at all.
No, definitely not expecting that. That was pretty fun. It was interesting to talk about and hear everyone's thoughts and opinions on that. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how I felt in the moment. It was fun because I went back and read those last scenes with her and Perrin when she's like coming up with that scheme to, what was it? It was Moraine, and they were at Shia Ghul, right? It was Moraine and Nynaeve. Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous going back and reading it, and it made sense that that she could live past that and was messing with him the whole time, because she was all over the place and messing with him before that. So I liked the way he set it up too. Like, who is the one person in the story that everyone would believe, like, is the most reliable and not say respectable, but if he said something, if this person said something that this happened, no one would doubt it. So she picked Perrin for that reason to be the one. Although I mean, that I don't know if I buy it, because it's convenient because he's in Tel'aran'rhiod a lot. So like, if it was somebody else, like let's just say it was Matt, for instance, like she wouldn't have the opportunity to do it. So I don't know.
Fair enough. But I guess like it would have maybe been like, it wouldn't have been one of the boys. It would have been like Egwene or Dreamwalker or something like that.
Yeah.
Jen, was this when you came up with the whole like Lanfear with the sunglasses on the beach, like kind of like
Day Bow Bow? What's it at the end? Day Bow Bow. To six of a sip of her drink. Credits roll. Yeah. That means Natasha O'Keefe will never leave us until the show's over.
That's right.
With us forever.
And maybe some sequels. All right, moving on to the next one on our list. We had to lump these together because I don't know if there was so many of them, so many good ones that came out. I'm just gonna lump everything together with the season 3 castings. All of the season 3 castings we got. Some of the big ones: Fael, Jacob Carradine, Galad, Shora spotted on the set, basically all but confirmed as Elida. Lelaine, that was a kind of flew under the radar, but I remember it was like Keeper Elaine or something like that. It said something weird
Keeper
like that.
The Chronicles.
Yeah, Lelaine, which was kind of a little bit interesting. And then the Queen, Morghese was the most recent one, I think. So, which one was your favorite, Jen, out of these castings?
I'm excited about Morghese. I got
Really?
I like all of them, but I don't. Well, Lelaine as Keeper of the Chronicles confuses me a little, but I don't care about that one as much. I think the others, like, we knew we were getting. Morghese could have been could have gone either way.
Yeah.
And I like that character, so I hope, because she was cast, Olivia Williams that's her name, right?
Yes.
The actress. So she's a pretty, mid to high level actress. So I think that it could go either way with us getting a lot of Morghese or, one episode of Morghese a season. So, but I'm excited to see her, because that was one that we weren't 100% sure we were going to get at all.
All right. How about you, Tom?
Well, I know that there was like a little bit of like I guess unpleasantness is not necessarily the right term, but I know that like after the actor was announced, people saw like through his social media stuff that he had some views or expressed some things that people didn't necessarily agree with. But I like the Gilad casting. I thought that like it's not what I pictured Gilad looking like, but that guy is cartoonishly handsome, and so I thought that was a memorable casting for me because that's like one of those things that's impossible to cast to the book.
Is if Luke Featherston winds up being Gowan, I feel like it should be reversed, but I mean we haven't seen any of them act, but I'm like I feel like Luke Featherston is more of like a prettier guy, like as Gilad is described. Then
just because Gilad's beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, you have to get, most of Gowan's descriptions are from Gowan's own point of view, and he thinks he's not as good looking as he is because of his brother.
Well, he thinks he's not as good looking as his brother, which he isn't, but that's like, you know, not being as good looking as the most good looking person in the world and still being really, really good looking.
Yeah, he's still really, really ridiculously good looking. Like people still like their breath catches when he's around. It's just that his brother, and then they can't breathe at all.
Yes. It's just he's always around with his brother, and he gets, you know, if it was just him around, they'd be all looking at him.
But and yeah, and I know that I think Bot series has like they think that's the casting, which I think that it should be reversed because I think that Luke Featherston looks more like Yosha, and it's more believable that they're half brothers.
That's true.
Yeah. I just I do think that the actor is it's a different type of good looking in the books, but I do think again he looks like what Gaston looks like to me, like just like a paragon of like this certain type of manliness.
You're talking about Gilad?
Yeah,
Callum Kerr.
Like with that with the gigantic square jaw. It is again. It's another jaw cheekbone win for the casting team on this show.
Brother strong jaw. I would have to say, I don't know. You know what? I'm very excited about Shora being Elida. As much as I hate Elida, the person, like I love the character,
right?
Because she's so infuriating, and she's not a dark friend, right? I think it's important that we get these bad people who aren't dark friends. So I hope they don't change that. I hope they don't make her Black Aja, because that would ruin it severely. But I'm kind of really interested to see Fael. I feel like I'm interested to see these characters that I don't like as much in the books, because I feel like the character or the actor is going to be much more likable on the show. So I have a feeling that I might like Fael. And I'm interested to see if that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to like Fael. I feel like Fael on a TV show is going to be good. Fael in the book, for some reason, is just incredibly annoying.
Well, I wonder if they're going to make her like she is in the books, with respect to her insistence on Perrin getting, you know, angry with her and yelling at her. And she, you know, I wonder if they're going to put that whole part of her character into the story or into the show.
I don't know. I do think that they will put a little bit of like I come from a culture where like women are respected by men, not like handled by men, you know, like, and I expect you to give me the respect to tell me how you're actually feeling and what you're thinking about.
But I think
if they
I think Fael's character goes a little bit deeper than just telling me what you think.
No, it's no.
Me.
Yeah, I think that I want to be. So there's two things. I think one, I am saying they're going to tone that down a bit, especially with the physical.
Yeah,
I want you to fight me. Like I don't.
I want you to
and
spank
then two,
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
Like
They could do
she's
that,
like
but make it in a fun way.
if they age her up in a similar way that they age up the Two Rivers folks, and not like make her older, but just make her more mature. Like a lot of that is because she's still trying to figure out how to be a grown woman.
Yeah, she's also immature.
Like,
yeah,
right. And like if you just make her a little bit less immature, then you're going to get rid of some of the petulance there. And I do think that if you do that and you take out knowing what Perrin is thinking and feeling from those scenes, she'll be a lot more tolerable. She'll just be like, if this guy would just speak to her, she wouldn't be pissed at him all the time.
All right, next up on the list, kind of lumped these together as well as the cons. So we had Jordan Khan and Watt Khan. You know, there was also Ogier Khan, which we weren't a part of, so that doesn't get included in here. But Jordan
Khan, Genghis Khan, Shaka Khan,
Kubla Khan, yeah, Shaka Khan,
Wrath of Khan, yeah.
All those Khans, our favorite. So at Jordan Con, we got the casting reveals for Bane and Chiad. Remember, we got that first look at the Island costume, which was awesome. We got confirmation that Jay Duffy was Dane. That Rima Tewiyata video.
Yeah. So weird.
And then, of course, just all the good fun that we had at Jordan Con.
Sorry.
You know, all the great stuff, the great times we had getting to see people again. It was a while
Big
since
Dane
we'd seen a lot of
Big Dane energy was there, yeah.
Big Dane energy. And then at WatCon as well, we got a video at WatCon as well. There were just some questions asked to the cast. That was really fun, but just again in general, WatCon was pretty cool. We got to hang out with some of those people again from Jordan Con. We got to hang out with some different people. We got Michael Livingston there, right? He was the guest of honor there. It was fun getting a chance to talk with him, and Michael and Kate Redding were there again, hanging out, having fun. So it was just a good time, I think, all around for both of the cons. It feels like they were so long ago, and I think I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to mix up what happened at which conventions and which years.
Oh, that I can't help you with.
I don't mix up the conventions because they're in like two different locations. So
no, but like what happened, what year?
Oh, year, yeah.
Yeah, the lines are already starting to blur for me, but that doesn't take much. So, were there any moments? Did you have any favorite moments at any of these conventions that you want to recall?
I wanted to bring up, you skipped over what I put in here, but in the video where Rafe said that we didn't know yet if it was definitely the accepted room, but we thought it was, and he said they're back in that room for a scene in season 3.
Oh yes, thank you, Jen. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So that was something that we've gone back and forth about a lot.
Yeah. Tom, you were the one, I believe, at Jordan Con who said it was you were the first one, I believe, who said it was the accepted test chamber, and you were right.
Yeah, I don't want to like pat myself on the back too much, but I immediately understood that's what it was for the context clues. But yeah,
I have another good memory from Jordan Con.
There were a lot of good memories from Jordan Con.
I wish I could remember
when the black car was outside and we thought a cast member had pulled up.
Oh, that was Todd.
It was nobody.
That was Todd who came over and started espousing this loony theory, which I was buying into.
We did a live on our Instagram asking everybody online who they thought it was going to be, and it was no one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and we asked Bane and Chiad and Mel who they thought what they thought we were going to get, and they both said Bane and Chiad. Yeah. So they were right about that. We got to meet the Wheel Weaves podcast too, right? That was the first time we met them. They were a fun bunch.
That was one of the things I was going to say. Like I really enjoyed hanging out with them. We did like a karaoke thing at Jordan Con this year. There was a lot of fun.
That's
we went out.
Out at the karaoke bar.
Oh, that's
right. To a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And we did like Watt Idol songs only at the karaoke bar. So that was a lot of fun.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah, I think there was a dance. There was like a dance party. It was
Great
a really
panels.
good. Yeah, there were a lot of great panels. I think this year more than any other year, because I think other years that we've gone, I've been very, very panel focused there. And this year, I think it was a lot more time, at least for me, spent talking to people and getting to know people and stuff. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The sing along at WatCon was fun. We did that sing along.
And the trivia where Tom dressed up as a white cloak.
And it took.
Yes, and Omar. Who somehow we rely on to find news for us. I was like, just thought I was dressed in a white outfit and cloak for evening wear. I don't know.
Oh boy,
that's like, good times. My God. Good times.
He's like, wait a second, you're calling them witches. Put this together.
We kept calling them witches that whole time. Oh boy.
No, that was both cons are a hell of a lot of fun. We say this after them, but if you have the ability and you've been thinking about going, go. It's really great. You don't have to know anybody going in. Like, both cons have such a vibe of like, you are our friend. You're here because you love the same things that we love, and like, you're already accepted. So like, don't, like, if you're thinking about it, you're not going to regret it. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah. Plus, you probably know some people who are going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know you. Yet.
That's it.
Yet. Next, let's talk a little bit about those first look photos we got from season 2. Remember when Entertainment Weekly, they gave us the release date and they gave us 8 photos. These are this is the first real photos that we got. We got the BTS footage, but that wasn't official. That was just behind the scenes stuff.
Can you guys just look at the first photo and like, how did we not know that was like, nobody noticed Ingtar behind Surath? Like, now looking at it, it's absolutely clear to me that that's him.
Yeah,
but
we had no idea.
Know there was another person there.
We didn't even. Yeah, we knew there was somebody back there, but none of us thought like, let's go check who the cast is.
Yeah,
or that we know is going to be in it, and see if we can figure who that is. And yes, it's clearly Ingtar. And I remember watching the show and being like, "Oh, that's Ingtar."
Yeah.
Duh. We're idiots. So,
well, you know.
I remember, did we do a live stream for these? I don't even remember, but I remember poring over these photos for hours.
Yeah.
It really opened up the possibilities of what was happening in the show.
This is also when I think this is when I was able to put the Yosha photo together with the BTS shot of the guy we thought was either a crew member or a Patton Fane. And turns out it was Rand.
Yeah.
And then we got, some more Avienda. We had Massima in a Shanshin armor. Like, what was going there? Clearly,
right. I think this is where you had Loyal as the Doc Havali. That's the first time I think we saw that.
Yeah,
it was from these things.
Yeah, and then the nondescript photo of Lan on a horse, looking perturbed. So I was like,
okay, this is from the accepted test, though, right?
Yeah, this is when he. Yeah. A lot of us said it had something to do with Nynaeve. We thought it might have been in the accepted test. I think we actually might have said that, or somebody said that. One of us, at least, and we were right.
It's too green.
These are some great photos, though.
Yeah,
they are.
I love when they give.
They really got us. Like, I think really, this is like when we started to get. Like, I think, like, when our brains really started to work overtime, because I do remember before the show came out, like, we really did not know what the plot line of this season would be and how things would work. And this was just like, wait, this is happening, and how does this fit in? Right? I don't remember if you just said this, but we did, like, we were talking about it before the show, about how there was information about what episode some of these shots were in. Yes. And, like, that blew our minds, because, like, that seems it's too early, or that's really late, or how is this then, or whatever the case may be. And so it really helped us it helped us realize we really were going to be surprised watching the season.
We were blown away by the fact that this first shot with, first of all, it's Shamael with Sorath.
Yeah.
And Loyal. and it looked like Loyal was captured. And this was like episode 4 or something, or it was like,
Right.
Yeah.
we were like, what what is going on?
Loyal's captured for like 4 episodes.
Yeah, and Ishamael's with Soroth. This was like, I remember just being like, what the fuck is going on? What is this show going to be about? Like, this is where we started talking about how, like, we have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Except for, like, a few probably key events, and that's it.
I remember we were, like, even theorizing that Ishamael wasn't actually there, and that like, this was a scene where, like, Soroth was hearing his voice, and, like,
yes,
he was, but he wasn't. But, like, no, he's just chilling out with them. Not in disguise. Just, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, this was fun. And then the Matt photo was something similar to what we had seen at the New York Comic Con. And then Nynaeve, we saw the columns, right? I think this is when we kind of confirmed or, agreed that this was the accepted test, because that's clearly she's in her shift. And then we saw the column behind her, same chamber.
Who lives there? The Pope?
Yeah.
Marble columns.
The Avienda action shot was really cool as well.
It was indeed.
Good stuff. This was fun stuff.
Avienda's action shot and Massima's blue steel behind it. Oh, what a great picture. What a great picture.
Oh, man. Next, we have a Stitch in Time puzzles. I had forgotten about this until you guys both brought it up shortly before the show. But yeah, we were literally driving home from WatCon. The trailer was released, by the way, that Wednesday. So they did this. The Stitch in Time was like the day or 2 days before the release of the trailer. It was the Monday where they started just sending random people in the Twitter Time community, still images of what appeared to be the horn, or like the box that the horn was kept in.
Yep.
And then people were posting them online, and then it was insane.
It was like to build gifts. It was really interesting. So there was that one. It was like a scene of the box opening up, and there was another one where they were running away from the Damani. They were Egwene and Elaine.
Oh yeah, with the fire. The fire blast.
So, and there were a couple of
Yosha on the wheel.
Tom.
Yeah.
Like the person who loves to do puzzles the most, was driving, having to listen to me and Joe trying to figure this out in the car behind him, getting so mad.
I was really going nuts. It was really bad. I was like considering pulling over and making somebody else drive, just because I was like, will you just tell me, describe to me what you were saying?
You'd be like, oh my God. Like, what?
That was fun. I remember racing like Kevin Angus, because he was putting them together and I was putting them together. We were racing each other to try to finish it, and we were just like, everyone was just like basically yelling on Twitter, like, who else has a photo posted here? Who else has a photo? And there were like people who like hadn't checked Twitter in like an hour or 2 hours, and it was like you didn't get the last one until like hours later, and it's like they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I had to check my Twitter. It's like, yeah, you jerks. No, just kidding.
What are you doing? Why aren't you on your Twitter all day long?
Yes, don't you know this is important stuff here? But I remember how fun and exciting that was to put, and that was our first look at like the horn. Well, we didn't really see the horn. We saw like a very little bit of a side of the horn.
But it was really cool, and we had those scenes were in the trailer that was released, but it was really like just in that, it was like, I remember the scene where Egwene and Elaine and the Damani, and like we were trying to put together the timeline of like, okay, who does this, then who does that? Like we had these still images,
because it cuts.
Putting it together, like and like figuring out like okay, did they attack and then they attack back, or did they attack and then she puts the shield up? Whatever. So it was really, and then the Rand one was like weird because I think it zoomed in and zoomed out.
I was like, was it zooming in or zooming out? You don't know.
And like it's both. It's and like it was just such a great way, and they did things like this in the first season. Remember, they had they did the puzzle pieces for the poster. Yeah, they really get like like a large aspect of the fan community and the experience for writing these books is this kind of puzzle solving. There's mysteries here. We need to figure it out. We need to work together to figure it out. And like, I love that that's part of the social media, like advertising for the show, because it really, it really speaks to like what, like understanding the fan base.
Yeah, whoever thought of that idea with the frames that's a brilliant idea to put it all together. And then this
and
was
a stitch in time is a great hashtag for it too.
Yeah, that was fun all around. We're looking forward to something like that again for season 3, because now, right, we've gotten a puzzle each year for each season. Yeah. I mean, so we're gonna have to get something for season 3. So I'm wondering if they're gonna do something new. They're gonna have to come up with the more years, the more seasons, the more difficult it's gonna get to come up with a good puzzle idea.
Maybe something audio related.
Oh,
remember we got the "Are you ready?"
Yeah, it's like, you will never guess what this is from.
Yeah. All right. Next I have season 3 audition tapes. So we didn't hear any audition tapes, but Watt Series found these tapes and then transcribed them for us. We got a scene with Aiel and Lord Luke. This was our first confirmation, I think, right? Because this appears to be a audition script for Lord Luke, I think, right? Or was there a mention of Lord Luke? I can't remember.
I think it was 2 different.
Oh, there was
scenes. It was 2 different. One was an Aiel and one was
with the mention of Shida.
A mention of Luke.
Yeah,
that was the one with Perrin.
Yeah,
they had to summarize this one. We didn't actually get to see the dialogue back and forth.
This is like the Perrin convincing the farmer to come to the 2 rivers, right?
Yeah. So I guess this script was for the farmer?
Yeah, it was probably like a Jack Alcine audition script or something. I don't know if Jack Alcine is the farmer. But,
yeah. And then the other one is a wise one, apparently. Talking to probably Matt or Egwene or Rand or somebody. So this could be for one of the wise ones, maybe Amis, maybe Mullane, maybe Bear, who knows. But yeah, it's always fun to get these. I love when these come out and we get to kind of act them out, and then we get to try to speculate as to who these characters are going to be, and what's going on, and try to compare them to actual things that happen in the books. So these are always fun, and I love that Watt Series keeps finding these.
Yeah,
I'm patting myself on the back again, the second time this episode, because it is Jack Alcine that is the farmer that Perrin convinces to go back to the 2 rivers.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's also one with Couladin too.
Oh yeah.
Right? We got the Couladin one, so Perrin's really excited there. And then we got the potential Will Alcine or Senbui ones. Those are the last ones we got back in the 2 rivers. So we had a couple of things back in the 2 rivers.
Almost like we're gonna be spending a lot of time there next season.
I know, it's like we're gonna go to the 2 rivers or something.
Yeah.
They already left. So. I don't get it.
Yeah. Probably I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's probably just like a dream sequence or something.
Next, I have the season 2 trailer and teasers. I don't remember when these came out. Do you guys remember when it came out?
The trailer came out when the Wednesday.
Oh, then we just talked about it. It was July. Yeah, it was the Wednesday after.
Teasers came out after that.
Yeah, they came out like sporadically.
Yeah, just every once in a while there'd be something, and the teasers would occasionally just be stuff from the trailer with like an extra like half a second of something else in it, or would sometimes be a little bit more substantial. But they would always give you like just a little snippet more of like whatever it was, right? And they were the teasers would be like focused on a storyline or focused on a character, so it would be like a Aes Sedai focused teaser, or a Rand or a male channeler teaser, or like a Hunt for the Horn teaser or something like that. So it was, again, I mean, the trailer was terrific, and really, like, I remember us like trying to figure out what gate was exploding and who was flying away from it.
Yeah.
And like,
there was
you
6
know,
of them.
like having like real
here.
debates with people about like trying to like, well, this has to be here. No, it's a flashback to here. No, it's really this.
Do you know what the biggest debate was that came out of these teasers and trailer, right?
What?
Hood or hair? Team Hood versus Team Hair. That was from these.
I gotta watch the trailer again because I actually forgot about it.
It was from the trailer and then the teasers after it.
Yeah,
the hood or hair. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, we got so much Lanfear Celine in that trailer. We were like, oh my God, it's Lanfear, finally. The Dark Friend Social, we got a shot of that in the trailer.
The bloody woman standing up.
Yes. We got the Rand. We were trying to place Rand in all the scenes where like the timeline with him choking Moraine and having the blood in his shirt. And we were looking at all of that.
the jacket, he had the black jacket on. He's standing.
He had blood on his hands because he was trying to hit them to put out the fire. Remember?
That was our theory.
That was the theory. That was a terrible theory.
Whatever. It wasn't done. It was wrong, but
what's Leandrin melting? Remember at the little melting pot?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we're like, is she burning something? She melts.
Yeah, we were speculating about that.
Is Uno dead or alive, laying on the ground?
Oh yeah,
that big wide shot.
He was alive at that time.
At that point, he was.
Matt was stabbing with the spear. That's right.
The little girl with Perrin.
Oh yeah, which was Nynaeve's daughter.
Yeah.
Leandrin prowling the streets of Tarvalon at night. Yeah. We thought she was going to get the dagger from Fane because we thought she was the one who put the dagger in front of Matt. Not.
Yeah, we had no idea where that was or what was going on with Matt. The Matt storyline that was a mystery the whole time.
It had to be Min meeting up with Rand because they were both in Carienne with the same blinds, remember?
That shot was never in the show.
No, it wasn't in the show.
Was that purposely there to misdirect us, though?
No, it might have just been a scene that was cut.
But no, because...
They do that. What about the whole water rainbow colors scene?
No one's asked about that scene. We gotta make a note to hound Rafe about that scene. I don't know if that...
With Min.
It's probably just Min in the... It could have been Min in the room standing looking out the window, then she goes to sit back down and have a drink and Matt walks in or something. Could have been anything, right? Like she's in a room in Carienne.
Oh yeah, so you're saying it could have been that room instead?
Yeah,
not the Rand's room because it looked like
that's just like the windows in Carienne. That's how
they all have the same shutters
in the foregate.
Okay, we have to ask
shutter guy there.
Jen, remember we got to ask Rafe next time.
Ben Sui.
Make a list of Rafe questions so that when Rafe does a Q&A, we can go back to the list.
I just asked you to
but you have all the notes. All right, I'll remember it.
You can make a note.
Maybe one day we'll get to ask Rafe ourselves.
Oh my God! And then
we have to remember is what Jen said.
Yeah, I know.
Just we're gonna like these are the questions you're asking me.
Yeah. Who broke Eamon?
Sorry, everyone. Let me stop the podcast. I got to make a note here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Shh. Ask Rafe about Min in window from the season 2 trailer. Was that a deleted scene?
Oh yeah, Nils has a good one that we forgot about. When they put the first scene of season 2 at the end of season 1 randomly.
Oh, I forgot all about that. That didn't make this list because we just forgot about it. And I guess I'm a bad person because I guess I stopped checking my notes when I got up to
when everybody was getting 10 likes or something or 8 likes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they liked it. Yeah,
like
they
8 of your tweets.
They liked 8 of your tweets. Yeah. And then, I was trying to say, Joe, you really need to get like a Norm Macdonald-esque like micro cassette recorder so that you can note to self it, like without having to stop the podcast.
I can do that on the phone.
What is the Twin Peaks thing?
Like Twin Peaks too, but like Norm Macdonald was like, he used to do it on Weekend Update. He would just like in the middle of it, he would like $1 million idea. Yeah, and it would be as good as that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Note to self: ask Rafe about Min and Window from the season 2 trailer. Was that a deleted scene? Was it misdirection? We need to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
I can't believe I forgot about the extra scene. What a great little bit.
I have some other sound bites here. I don't know what these are though. It's this guitar riff.
What? Oh, it's on your phone?
Yeah, we won't hear it.
Oh.
What is this?
This is riveting content.
It's true. We really just hit a wall.
Yeah, what happened?
On this
Sorry.
podcast.
Sorry. I went
Joe got distracted.
I got distracted. See what happens when you couldn't just remember to ask the question, Jen?
All you had to do was write it down, which you did, and now you're on your phone listening to sound clips. I don't know how that happened. Let's just move on.
Let's move on. All right. Season 2 press interviews. The pre-season 2 press interviews, right? We got all those wonderful interviews with the cast. We got to hear from Kira, who was new. She was the only new person we got to hear from, right?
And Donald.
And Donald, yeah.
New to the show. Yeah. And this was all, and this is, these were all recorded before the strike, and then they released it. So it was like I think they were made more special by the fact that they were so limited because of what was happening in Hollywood at the time. And that there was no.
This was right after
they recorded them right before.
Yeah, and it was released after the strike started, right?
Yeah, and it was they were all pre-recorded, and it was it was a I don't know. I think the fact that they were so limited made them special. And there was some really cool stuff. It was really great. This is our first opportunity to hear Kira's voice and to hear her take on things and to see how Donald, like what he thought of the character and everything. And they did some cool stuff. It wasn't just like, I would say like the same kind of interview things. They had a couple of fun things. They went to, there was one where they went to a Brazilian convention. And that's where we found out that Matt was on the set of Carrie Ann, or at least he had seen it. And that was like, blew our minds. And I remember they did some thing with like a bunch of different people from Prime Video where they like tried food from Brazil or something like that. It was like a very odd.
Oh yeah, we saw that. We saw that recently.
It was before the show, but it was like right before the show.
Yeah,
I think. But it was it was just cool to kind of get a sense of like, these are their personalities. This is where they're sitting. This is where their take is on things. And like they had mentioned a couple of times in those, hey, we're filming season 3 right now. So like this was still a long time ago. And I think it was just kind of cool to get a sense of that momentum.
Yeah, it was great just to hear from them. And actually get to see the video of it, because it wasn't just like articles about people who talked to them. You actually got to see them and hear some interesting things and hints and clues as to what was going to happen. Some people ask questions that kind of, the answers kind of might have said things that seemed innocuous, but to us, it was like, oh, wait, this means they're going to be going here or doing that. So, what does that mean for the story? And that's interesting, although it's not technically really a spoiler, but it was fun to hear all of that and hear it coming from them. Because it's the first time we heard from some of them. The first time we'd heard from a lot of the other ones in a long time. So awesome stuff. All right, next, I got 2 more on this list. Next was season 2.
That's it. I think we've talked about that one enough.
Season 2. It was released in 2023, September 1st.
September 1st.
How many episodes of our show had we done by the time the first episode of season 2 aired?
204 or so.
Man,
Well,
we're
let's see.
great.
100. It's
How mu-
100 episodes per season. Right?
We did. Let's see. How many episodes did we do before the? It was 115 episodes before the first
Roughly.
season came out, and then it was 204. So it's tight.
That
It was
means
tighter.
we have
A little tighter
we only
there.
have like 80 or 75 more episodes to go before season 3 comes out.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I hope we don't
75,
run out of stuff to talk
We
about.
can do that standing on our heads.
Yeah, sure. Or
We'll
sitting
never
in our
run out of
chairs.
stuff to talk about.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think so.
we've barely some things we've touched on later books, but really
Yeah.
we haven't touched much on Shadow Rising or past it in regards to just deep dives into the books.
Yeah, into the stories. We still have to go back
Yeah.
and look at our
Yeah, we have to
episode
do-
predictions and see how awful we were.
We did that.
No, we didn't go
Didn't we?
back and look at them to see how we did.
Oh, all right. We also can do all the characters again now going into season 3 to book
Yeah,
4.
I think we're just gonna have to do storylines at this point because there's so many
Mm.
characters are gonna be like grouped together and whatnot. I think
Yeah,
we'll
but
just have to-
I mean, you can do deep dives to Gao and Galad,
Yeah.
Morghese, or Lida,
yeah, the new ones. Yeah,
all the Aiel except
We
for
have so much
Avienda.
to do, guys.
so much. To
I don't even know if
talk
we're gonna finish it all before
But
season 3 comes
you know,
out.
don't get
Probably
cocky
not.
because
Probably not.
we won't.
I dare you,
Oh,
season
we
3
never
to
did.
challenge us.
We never did our Cooladin deep dive.
We got to do a
No
cool.
one will know who he is.
We got to
Brendan
do
has to come on.
a Jack
Brendan-
Alcine deep dive.
Just have Brendan do the
Do a
Cooladin
fake
deep dive.
Coolidin deep dive
Just
for
for him to
10
do
minutes
it.
and then he can leave. Yeah. He'll love to write that. Just write like a
It will be
10-minute bit and then
We
leave.
should just do a cool and deep dive and not tell them that we're making up everything in it and just make it like it's a real deep dive and not tell them.
Coolidin.
Yeah.
The only Aiel who loves water.
He does not fear
He's in
the
a boat.
water.
He's
We put it like a
surfing
scene.
Paladin.
There's a scene in the books we could tell him where he's like, they come across a river and they don't know how to get across, and he basically finds some wood and surfs his way across it.
Oh my god.
And he holds out his spear for balance. And then another
I love
person
it.
comes and surfs across and they duel. No, I don't know what we're
getting
talking about here.
even better.
Yeah, season 2 came out, everybody, in 2023. Remember that? We talked about that for a bit, don't you think? That was pretty
little
cool.
bit.
That was pretty cool. I don't.
Sorry.
We got notable things from season 3 that they cut the opening credits.
Season 2.
Season 2 cut opening credits. The cold opens were a little unconventional this season. Well, not all of them, but there were some unconventional cold opens this season. Some crazy things that happened. Biggest what WTF moment of season 2 for you, Tom?
Oh man, that's tough.
Leandrin has a son. Is up there?
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's what I'm thinking.
I want to say
There was definitely some episode 7. I think I had the most WTF moments.
Matt takes a drug trip. I think
Yes, and
Matt
the
takes some
makeshift
shrooms. I
Ashendarai.
think
The makeshift Ashendarai was
Nah,
what
I mean,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
from the show.
I would say I would say either Leandrina has a son or Matt takes a trip are the two things that I was like, what is happening right now? And then I would just say like mind blowing, but not in a way like that. Like I literally did not in any way expect it to happen. The last scene, the Mogedian scene at the end was just like, oh, okay. Like
I called that scene.
I see what the options are. Yeah, it wasn't like you did. I mean, you credit. It wasn't. I guess like it wasn't mind blowing in the same way of like I did not expect anything like this to happen. It was mind blowing in the way of like, oh, okay, you thought you understood what you were going to get with Forsaken, and now you have this.
Yeah.
You know.
How about you, Jen?
Jen, what about you?
I think Rand meeting up with Logain.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we knew
good,
that
good.
going in though from the teasers.
Oh, all right.
Remember?
During the show, I think Uno getting killed the way he
Oh.
did.
Oh wow. Oh god, I forgot about that one, Jen. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm stealing this from chat, but Lanfear's throat getting slit. That was
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes.
And the guy's head exploding. That one too kind of came out of nowhere.
That was cool. That's right. Lanfear getting stabbed and then her throat slit. That was, I was like, oh, what the?
Uno getting killed, definitely. Like,
well, there was. Remember, we would.
I don't know,
him
just
getting
the way
killed
he got killed. It was like so graphic. I just wasn't expecting it from
Yeah.
this show. It was Game of Thrones level of graphic.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked in the we didn't have this on the list, but the
Blooper reel.
behind the scenes blooper reel where you see him like have his mouth on the spike and he's like taking his literally
like
sitting there with his mouth on the green.
It's
spike.
like a sponge. It was like a sponge spike because you saw it like getting smushed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The blooper reel. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the blooper reel, but that's fun.
Yeah.
They're releasing some cool stuff afterwards for the show, even though it's over. So that's a good sign. Usually they didn't do that until the first season. I don't remember, but all right. And then the last thing I have on the list is interviewing the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
No, I don't want to like. I want to be nonchalant about it. It was great, and it was something that I hope we get the opportunity to do again. Right? There were a lot of good interviews that were done by a lot of different people, and I really appreciated that. The one thing I thought that was a little disappointing was, and part of this was because they were all done at the same time and they weren't released until later, and there's no opportunity for anybody to go, oh, I'm going to talk to this guy and find out something different. Like a lot of the questions that the cast got asked in those pre-show interviews were very similar. And this, I think you really got like a wide range of like asking these cast members different aspects of the season, the performance, trying to get things for season 3 or whatever. I think you got a lot of stuff out of that. It was really cool. And I was very, very honored that we got to be a part of it, and I think we did an all right job. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I think that was definitely the highlight of the year, other than like season 2 coming out in general, but
I will say it's the highlight of the podcast. What would you say?
Yeah.
I mean, go back to when we first started this podcast. Try to put yourself in that mindset. I mean, did you ever think we were going to actually get to interview like multiple cast members from the TV show?
Well,
no, I hope.
I think I did kind of think that we could do that, but I don't know if I really thought.
Yeah, right.
It was going to happen.
Like hoped and wished for it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, I'll say this. I think that, and there's a little, I guess, peek behind the curtain or whatever, but, we got to interview Jennifer Chiang Garcia relatively early on. And that was really, really great. It was a very exciting thing. It was a great, I think it was a pretty good interview. We got a lot of interesting, kind of feel for the show more than anything else. And then we did not get anything after that. And I was under the impression that would continue to be the case. Like I got the impression, I don't know if it was true or not. No one ever confirmed this with me from the show, but I got the impression that the show did not wish for us to have interviewed Jennifer Chiang Garcia.
Oh, no, of course not. They didn't.
Right. And so I was worried that like, okay, well, that was a great interview and that was all we were going to get forever. And that would be fine. And, it wasn't the case. And that was really, I don't know, whatever. I don't mean like that, but like, I feel like that's a testament to the fact that like, we do something right here, I guess, I
don't know.
And yeah, now I'm spoiled. Now I want to interview the cast in person at one day. That's what I want now. Now yes. I want like, hey, the next time they're at New York Comic Con, like give us 5 minutes with somebody or 2 minutes with somebody or whatever.
Joe, can you play our favorite sound clip?
Oh, our new favorite sound clip?
Our new favorite. Yeah, not the butt sex one. Our new
okay. That's what I was gonna play. So
we got 3 of you here. Is it Jen, Joe and Tom.
Immediately, I was like, he said our names.
Yes. He said all three of our names.
Oh, he was so nice. Everyone was so nice too. It was like a great experience all around. It was good for us for like, the podcast, but it was also just like as fans, it was just fun because everyone was so great and entertaining, and they had such great answers, and it was just like enjoyable to do.
Tom, sorry, Jen. I was going to say, Tom, your goal is to interview them in person. I want to go out to dinner with them. That's what I want to do.
I want to be on the show.
No,
that's what I want. Let's just put all these things out to the universe.
I thought you were going to tell me that I was being unrealistic, not that I was thinking too small.
No, you were thinking too small. I want to go out to dinner with them.
Just put it out there, and then maybe it'll happen.
I want to go out to dinner and hang out with a few of the cast members.
I think, we should definitely let everyone involved in the show know, hey, next time you're in New York to do any kind of promotional materials, you can let us know. We'll show you some good places, some good real New York places, not touristy New York places.
Yeah, we'll take
go
hang
out.
And
yeah, exactly.
Burger Heaven.
Burger
Sparrow.
Heaven.
Yeah.
We did see a celebrity in Burger Heaven.
Burger Heaven,
yes, right.
And we saw a celebrity at that other place.
Oh yeah, Foley's. You get them all the time. Yeah,
Foley's. The girl from Dodgeball. Missy something.
Yeah, Missy Pyle.
Yeah,
and there were baseball players at Foley's all the time.
Yeah. We also got to. We could have We'll take them to the Brazilian steakhouse.
We do that. We take them to.
We saw Johan Santana there. Yeah, Churrascaria Plataforma.
Galway Hooker was that's a great bar.
What was the other one that we used to go to for lunch all the time over there? Right where Brendan works.
Slattery's
Midtown Pub was right down the street.
We do shots.
Right.
And go
we're
back
also
to
telling
work.
all of you guys, if you are ever in New York City, these are good places to go.
I don't know if half of those things are still open though.
I know. I'm sure
yeah, those. I think both of those are. I know Foley's closed down.
Closed? Yeah. Okay.
Closed during the pandemic.
Now we're just talking about places we used to go to eat lunch.
Back when we were eating lunch and having beers and going back to work, did you ever think we'd be interviewing Wheel of Time cast members?
Wow, Jen, way to bring it back home.
Yeah, this guy. We're just talking about where we would go to eat lunch years ago.
So anyway, I think
about that.
Everyone wants to hear about it. So I think that's a good call, Joe. Let's do that, and then we'll be plying them with fun and drink, Jen. We can convince them to let us come on the show. All right.
I don't think that's the person we have. I don't think we have to talk to the cast about that. I think we have to talk to Rafe about that part.
Rafe's the next.
Just be like an extra.
That's our next echelon. Rafe.
Rosamund.
Okay, Rosamund, Daniel, Yosha. Those are the three we didn't get.
By the way, my wife and I watched Saltburn the other night. That was a pretty wild movie.
I
won't spoil anything, but yeah, Brendan. It's so funny. Brendan in our Discord, he spoiler barred it. I don't know if any of you saw that, but he compared it to exactly the same movie that I mentioned to my wife while we were at the end of the movie. Is it going to ruin
it if you say it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is. Because I literally said to my wife the same exact thing, or referenced that same exact movie at the end of Saltburn. So,
okay. I'll have to watch it.
But yeah, it's got some interesting things that happen in it. I will say that.
Okay.
And Rosamund Rosamund, right? Now,
it's Rosamund. It's Rosamund. I'm telling you. It's the way she says it.
She said, okay.
Rosamund.
Let's talk about this for a second. So Rosamund Pike was on like the Today Show, one of those morning shows, Good Morning New York or something like that, America, whatever the hell. She was on one of those shows promoting Saltburn.
Good Morning New York.
And she said her own name in the interview, and she said Rosamund.
She says Rosamund.
Rosamund.
Which is Rosamund in a British accent.
But she doesn't say Rosamund. She said Rosamund.
She says Rosamund.
Okay.
She's not saying Rosamund.
But I'm not saying Rosamund. I'm saying Rosamund.
I'm telling you, it's for us, it's Rosamund. The way we say it. Yes. It's not Rosamund.
Why would I say somebody else's name how we would say it in America?
Because she's saying it in a British accent, she's saying Ruz, which is Roz.
Why do we have to put an accent on somebody's name?
I'm just telling.
Well,
I'm 99.98. Thank you, Zool. Hashtag Jen is correct. It's not Rose. It's Roz, and she says Rosamond. Rosamond. I can't do it, but
Rosamond.
that's okay. But I'm not saying it with a British accent. I'm going to say it with
I
my
don't
own
think Joe's
accent.
saying it's Rosamond.
I'm saying
I don't
Rosamond.
think he is saying it.
He's saying Rosamond.
Rosamond.
I think
Rosamond.
I am saying
Rosamond.
I think somehow Joe's found a third vowel sound somewhere in between short and long, and that's what he's trying to say her name is.
Rosamond. I'm gonna get. I have to go back.
I'm gonna continue to say Rosamond Pike.
I'm gonna go get the clip, and I'm just
go
gonna
get it. I've
over
heard her say her name.
You go get that clip, Joe. You go get it right
the
now.
fucking clip. I'll wait.
She's like, I don't give a fuck how she says her own name.
I just posted something of her
The
saying her name,
American
and then
version of her name is
all the other
Just like,
movies.
Catch me outside,
Rosamund.
Joe.
Catch me outside.
Anyway, if you have a Prime, go watch Saltburn. It was good.
I feel like for whatever reason, like we're really punchy in this episode.
It's the last episode of the
It's been
year.
a long year, Tom. Or the first episode of the year.
Oh my God.
Okay. We're done with this
Next
part.
week we should do one that's like, what are guesses of things that could happen in 2024?
It's
I'm
like
gonna
we have
guess
75
there's gonna
episodes
be a
to fill.
Jordan Con and a WatCon in 2024. That's what I'm
I
gonna
think you're
guess.
probably right in that, Joe.
Guy Roberts appears at Wacom.
That's what I'm gonna guess.
That was great. That was a great
I'm gonna
time.
guess we're gonna get a trailer. How do you like that? That's a wild guess.
Whoa. No.
Whoa.
Wait, the trailer came out in July and the show came out in September. No, there's no way we're getting a trailer in 2024. I'll
Yeah.
eat my hat.
Which one?
If it, the New
Whoa, a
Year's one.
second there.
No, it's,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
gone. It's gone.
That's serious.
It was like a big,
It's very
crown.
tall hat. Yeah.
It's a big hat. It's funny.
It's funny.
More Norm McDonald's. There we go.
We're probably gonna get the trailer in like February of 2025. The show's probably gonna come out in like May of 2025.
So we're gonna double down. This year is the year for real. There'll be a Super Bowl commercial for the show. For real, for real.
No,
No.
why?
You're
2025.
saying February.
In
You're saying
2025.
February. Yeah.
2025,
So this
okay.
season. This season.
Yes,
coming up.
because they're still
Or
filming
Thursday
season
Night
3.
Football.
I forget.
Yeah,
Somebody
and-
just wrote out of the OSHA interview that said he hasn't even gone to film yet, or he might be there now,
Yeah.
but he hadn't gone at that point. So,
Yeah, it's another couple of months.
Yeah,
before
so
before they're
they're not
done.
even done yet.
It's insane. This is so
Yeah.
sad.
So you got to figure. Yeah, to that point, you got to think like it isn't going to be out for another year minimum after they're done.
Right. So
Jen,
they're
wait,
done.
I gotta write this note down
What?
here. Hold on. Let me take a
No,
note.
just record.
Let
Dude.
me take an audio note here.
What was the girl's name in Twin Peaks?
Diane.
Diane.
Oh, hold on.
Joe, you should get a talk boy.
Jen will eat her New Year's hat if we get
I
a
don't even have
trailer
it
in
anymore.
2024.
I'll have to buy a new one and eat it.
Just to eat it.
Peel the paper off. I'll just find like a really small hat. Does it have to be the New Year's hat? No, it's
I asked you. You
I
said that.
know. It was. I
Don't
was
tell
trying
me. I
Oh, that big giant
gave
hat?
you the option.
like a fez. I'll eat like a fez.
Okay.
I'll eat Julian Sandar's hat
That's it.
since he doesn't
Ah.
exist on the show. Oh, boy, oh boy. No,
Yeah.
we're definitely not getting a trailer, guys.
Okay. Just writing that down.
Write it.
I think we've had a nice 2023, wouldn't you say?
Yes, we definitely
Yeah.
have.
A lot of good stuff happened. Yeah.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
For us. So yeah, for us. That's what I mean. Well, a lot of good stuff happened for everybody. Not all good stuff.
Yeah, the community. I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. This was a wild ride for sure. I can't believe like the Land Fear Lives thing was this year. Some of the stuff, it seems like that happened years and years ago. So it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's always crazy. Should we wrap it up here then?
Yeah. I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, was I? Okay. Yeah, I think I was doing that. I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post our episodes on YouTube, so go check out our YouTube page and be sure to like and subscribe. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts. Jen, we have to check to see if there are any new reviews for us.
Oh, I was going to
maybe do one next week.
That. Okay, I'll check.
You can write that one down. Yeah, so go rate and review us. We'll read your review on the podcast because we love to hear what you have to say, even if it's not so good. And also check out our merchandise and Patreon page to support us that way. Links to all the aforementioned are included in the show notes to this episode. Any last thoughts, final thoughts for the year? This is your last chance to say something in 2023 on the podcast.
Yeah, I put a picture of the hat in Discord in the spoiler live recording chat if anybody wants to take a look at it. But happy New Year to all our fans. Thank you for sticking by us for 223 episodes, 2 seasons, interviews, trailers, teasers, and here's to 2024 and some more good stuff for everyone.
Hear, hear.
Yeah, she said as good as can be said. Cheers.
Oh, we should have had a toast. We should have had drinks to toast. Damn it.
I have an empty cup that I finished.
I'll drink to all 3 of you.
Thank you, Tom. Drink for all of us.
I have a sip.
I don't have anything. I'll have a sip afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a good 2023. Here's to a better 2024, just because it should always be better, right?
Can't
always be better. ABB. Thanks everyone for listening, and you'll hear us next time.